Hello.
Hello.
Ooh.
How are you?
Oh, there's a lot happening, apparently. Fear.
Yeah,
Fear.
that usually comes up right away. The character tries to claim what this is, or try to reject it, or try to accept it. But it's not about rejection or accepting. It's not even in the words that's said, really. So what's happening? Tell me the story.
Um, Doubt and
Yeah.
especially a sense of loss, a sense of loss because I'm skipping now the Kenneth Zoom. That,
He will also say it that it's not necessary. Any of these meetings are not. It's almost like practice now, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's practice.
It's practice, yeah. And the survival of the character depends on that, on going to the meetings.
Yeah, very
Fuck all the
much.
meetings. Yeah.
Fuck all the meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even my meetings, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said in my last meeting. Stop. When there's already clarity, stop. What else is there to go? It's just words, salads, and whatever, right?
There's somehow a need, a dependency in a way.
Yeah, that's like an addiction. It's like indoctrination,
It's
isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Yeah. But that supports the speaker from going and going and going and going and going. You know what I'm saying? In the story anyway. So you'll always be a seeker and there'll always be a speaker. So that's why it's being said here. It's kind of rough, but it's like saying that there is really no seeker and there's really no speaker. That's why it's expressed here that this is the end. You don't want it to end.
You name it.
Yeah. It's afraid of that loss of that going to the meetings, but the meetings are just, golden carrots, right? It's promising something that already is without even saying that. There's stories about dropping away and all that kind of stuff, but who cares about that when it's not, it's just another idea. And it's usually, and this is just a story, usually it's the first couple of days that that the seeker tries to kind of like it's retired now and it wants to go back to work. It's like a retired character that keeps on going back to work and there's no more work to be done, right? And it doesn't see that even the meetings become practice. So when I have someone at my meeting for more than 6 months, I say, "Hey, let's have a talk." I will never succeed as a speaker because I always get rid of the people that come to my meetings. But it's more authentic that way. It's more sincere, right? It's
Yeah,
not
in a way.
contradictory. Yeah. I will never tell someone that they have a contracted energy or there's still a me there because that's
Mm.
just another carrot.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's just another business. It's okay. There's nothing wrong or right about it. But, Kenneth is great. I love that guy, but it's the same thing over and over again. There's no ending to it. So this meeting is to
Yeah.
end it. Yeah. Or do you want to spend 20 years in going to these meetings and coming after 20 years and say, "Hey, Emerson, are you still doing one-on-ones?" Because that's what some seekers are doing. Some people have been going to
Yeah.
these meetings for 20 years,
Yeah.
right?
It gives comfort somehow.
It does, but what the fuck is that? Sorry for being
Uh,
for swearing.
a
But
sense
for
of
for who?
safety.
Yeah,
Yeah. The seeker feels
yeah, but that's just another
good.
thought, isn't it? Yeah, but
Yeah.
who cares
Yeah.
about that? It's already free. Again, in this directness, in this sharpness, without thoughts, without any reference to radical non-duality or any non-duality, is there such thing as radical even, or non-duality, or comfort, or whatever?
In this directness, you say
Yeah.
there is
Yeah. Is there any need for anything really? In the silence, in the
no.
emptiness?
I
No,
guess I guess not.
no.
There's just this
So the
without
without
words.
this,
Yeah.
so all speaking and all teaching are the same. They're just in the thought level. They're just a whole bunch
Yes.
of words.
It's a huge construct.
It's a huge construct. It's a huge structure, right? And the structure
Yeah.
has its, has its hierarchy. There's a speaker that, that seems to know everything, and there's the
Yeah.
seeker that does not know anything. So there's a codependency,
And identity
an
in a way.
identity. Someone's got the power, I don't have it. The speaker is going to give me something. It's going to drop away all my problems. But that, even that identity creates more complexities when it's just really simple. When it's deconstructed, all that this character does is deconstruct it over and over again and just calls out bullshit for what it is. It already is.
There's the thought that I can't believe it.
That's just another thought. I can't believe it's just another
Yeah, it
thought.
is.
Yeah. There's a thought that there's something that I'm missing. There's a thought that there's something lacking. But it's just a thought. If you look back at it, what's behind that thought really? Who's behind it even? What's up with that? It's just a thought, isn't it?
It's empty.
It is.
Empty without words.
Yeah. And even the fear is empty. There's going to be obviously some fear in the story that comes because it's dismantling a belief system.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
really came up.
And the speakers will also say that it doesn't matter if you come to the meetings or not. They'll say it.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
they
irrelevant.
do. They do.
Yeah. And they'll say it's meaningless, isn't it?
They do.
Yeah. So, but the character wants to, the individual wants to say that, well, I like that meaningless. It's comforting for me, but that just becomes a meaning
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
it's the meetings, they're so comforting in a way.
Yeah, they are. But for who? And it just gets
Can't
stuck
find.
in the meetings over and over again,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
after
yeah,
the
yeah,
meeting, the suffering appears again, doesn't it? So
yeah,
it looks for the next meeting and the next meeting and
yeah,
the next meeting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy that wrote me and said that, hey, Emerson, I listened to you 5 times, 4 hours to 5 hours a day, you know? And I'm like, call
Mm,
me, let's end this.
mm, mm.
It just becomes an addiction to words. It's just an addiction to concepts that there's no concept. Even a no teaching is a teaching.
It is.
Yeah. A no,
Also, here
no,
also addiction happened in a way.
yeah. It gets addicted because it thinks that someone is right. And then there are others that are wrong.
And it gives a sense of freedom. The talks, also your talks, they
Yeah,
seem to convey a sense of freedom.
it does. It does. Yeah. But there should be, freedom is unconditional and not just in the talks that becomes
Oh
conditioned
yeah,
freedom.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. There should be freedom even without the talks because it's
yeah,
unconditional, isn't it? Yeah. So getting caught up in talks and meetings and everything just
Yeah,
creates this.
the freedom seems to depend on the meetings in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It doesn't.
And now it depends on talking with you, apparently.
Oh no, no, that's why we have to end this. We have to break up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just, is this another empty thought?
Yeah, it's just another empty thought, right? It's just, as I said, you know what, you can communicate on what's happened, everything, but you don't have to keep on doing
Yeah.
this. This is a breakup. This
Mm,
this one-on-one is hopefully the last one, right? It's
mm,
not necessary.
mm.
It's already, the character's already out of the jail and he wants to go back into prison of words again, right? I'm like, no, 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 can't come back. It's out of the straight jacket again. You're like, how do I put this back on? It's out of the insanity already. Thoughts, ideas, concept, no concept, meetings are insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Isn't that the definition of insanity, going to meetings? The last one-on-one that we did, it
Probably.
was, yeah, it was over, but you don't want to admit it.
No, so, yeah.
It's just very ordinary, right? It's very ordinary. It's the absence of meanings and belief systems and everything.
Mm,
It's seeing things clearly, like, you know, it's even seeing all of the sages, there's no one above, there's no one below,
mm.
there's really no others. You can't break into my thoughts and say that there's someone here. I can't break into your thoughts and say that there's someone there, meaning that all that you have are your thoughts and they're all empty, isn't it? And that's the scary part. They're like, okay, if my thoughts are all empty, then it's a bit scary. But scary is also an empty thought. If you follow the,
Yeah,
the thought over and over again, it will always come up empty. You're running on empty. And it tries to find meanings
can't
and
believe it.
yeah, I know, but that's also empty. It doesn't matter if you believe it
It's
or not.
also it.
Yeah.
It's such unbelievable. It's
It
really
is.
unbelievable.
It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
And no one can give it to you because it already is, right? So it already is. I'm just really a thought. You're looking at a thought. It's also empty. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And the fear comes and goes, and it's going to appear as whatever it is. It might come up as fear or not belief or doubt, but even doubt is it. Even doubt is just a thought.
regret
Regret is
the
it, or
that
even grieving.
yeah.
Yeah, even grieving.
That's the thought I should have booked earlier a one-on-one. I made a mistake.
How long have you been listening to this speaker?
To which
To
speaker?
this speaker, Emerson.
This speaker.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite new.
Okay.
When did I find you? Or when did I start to listen? Guess it's 3 or 4 months.
Oh, wow.
I knew you before, but there was not so much resonance.
Yeah.
But then it catched me, and I listened a lot.
Yeah. And every talk that I do, it's just always about it's already over. If you notice, it's already the case. I don't talk about energies or anything. It's already the case.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
yeah,
like that very much. Like that very much.
yeah, because it is already the case. You can't say it's already the case, but there's contracted energy.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
me, they always talk about the me as if it is a real
yeah,
thing. the me
If
wants
there's
this,
no
the me.
me, how come there's so much talk about the me over and over
Yeah,
again?
that's
Yeah.
totally.
But guess who's that talks is for the me then, even if there's no me. So
Yeah,
the me wants
it
something.
seems
Yeah. Yeah. This is
the we
basically,
me wants something like it is
yeah.
a real entity.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I don't talk about it in my meetings. It's really
Yeah,
rare, right? It's only if somebody
that's
asks me about it, right? And I'll just
it's
point it out. Sorry, go ahead.
it's somehow more direct, more
Yeah. Yeah.
precise in a way. I need
Yeah.
to turn off the heater.
No worries.
It's off.
It is. It is. It is really direct, right? Because it attacks even the words that basically everyone is saying. Because it sees through things not just from a position, because no position is a position as well, and keeps talking shit about the other position.
Yeah,
It's all shit.
it's all shit. Yeah,
It's all shit.
that's relief in a way,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is
Even
also a
even this
story.
speaker, even this speaker is talking about a story, but there's a sincerity and honesty here that this is
Yeah,
also a story, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So it just talks about because it sees all the story. It doesn't care if it tells stories about this speaker being a teacher before. It doesn't matter. But it always goes back into this directness. And this directness, every single thought, every single idea, me, no me, is just made up. Everything is made up. If you look at a word, it's just made up of more words. Even if you look at the origin word or the etymology, it's just more words. So it's just like swimming in words and then trying to make meaning of it. So all of a sudden, from one side, they call it awareness, and that's meaningful, or consciousness, whatever. And they'll add the word pure consciousness or
yeah,
whatever. And the opposite side, they will say that it's nothing. Or they'll add more to it,
yeah.
nothing being everything, or empty fullness. They're all words. So all of them really are in the thought level.
Crazy.
This is the sobriety from words, sobriety from belief system,
Yeah,
because it's just
yeah,
intoxicating for the character. If it keeps on mentioning that there's a character that needs to drop away, then it gets
yeah,
intoxicated in the idea that the me will
yeah.
drop away, even if said there's nothing that
Very
drops away.
much. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's still expecting. It thinks that by
yeah.
going to meetings over and over again, that it will somehow get it, that there's nothing to get. Even nothing to get is a getting. Going to meetings are practice. It's the same thing as going to a sangha, doing meditation.
Yeah, quite similar.
Yeah, similar, yeah. And it's just all make believe. So in this directness, there's nothing that can be believed because it's just thoughts and words. Surely in the story of seeking an enlightenment, maybe about 100 years ago, 50 years ago, there was a guru that walked around, and telling everyone that it's just all silence. But you have to find silence. You have to be aware of consciousness. You have to be aware of awareness. And then 20 years ago, there's another character that said that it's really nothing. But the nothing becomes a belief system now.
Mm.
The no practice becomes a practice now. They still keep on going to meetings. And surely 20, it seemingly evolves, right?
And
Now,
yeah,
now in this directness, since there's no time, it's basically obliterating the need for a speaker like me. It's seeing that we're just friends in the story. There's no need for anyone that knows, because this is not about knowing. Any knowing will just get you to more knowing, to more words and sentences, and
mm.
it becomes a mantra. There's no one here. There's no one here. There's no one here. There's no me. There's no me.
And
But
it's a goal to get at something,
yeah, it
nothing.
is. It's and then if you look at both sides, right? Somebody will yell, "It's all awareness," and then somebody will yell from the opposite, "There's no one." Both are the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no difference. But one claims to be better, and the other one claims to be better as well. So if you step back a little bit and see all of this war, No one is telling the truth because truth cannot be found. Truth is just a word. So seeking for truth is what seemingly is what seeking is for, is looking for the truth of who you are, is just mind games. Teaching, no, teaching is both mind games. Even when it's energetic, that's just another mind game, because the mind captures that. It's like, oh, it's energetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to mention something.
Yeah, for sure.
And a strong sense of identity and being someone is when it comes to decisions.
Yeah, that's okay too. What's wrong with that? There's no one choosing, there's no identity, but there seems to be an appearance of an identity, and there seems to be an appearance of choice as a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, if you go
And
scientifically, there's really no identity. There's really no one choosing.
yeah.
But from the thought perspective, right? It's just seeing through it, although it's irrelevant. There's a Sebastian that's making a decision, that's booked this and everything. But
Yeah.
both are
It was a
illusory.
it was a struggle.
Yeah.
Do I book booking Kenneth therapy? I also canceled therapy.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. I already had a session before, but
How
the
was
after
that?
one, oh, I did inner child thing. There was huge fear.
Oh
I
yeah.
just sat with the inner child and being with the fear a whole session almost.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So this is the sobriety from that. But you can talk to me every day if you like. You know what I'm saying? On the WhatsApp. You don't have to book it. You can
Oh,
call me.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, if you need a little bit of a friend, you know what I'm saying? But don't look
Mm.
at me as someone special.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, because it's just special is just another word. It's just another thought, right?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
can just say that you're just talking to whatever, your friend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And if
Yeah.
it does get, get a little bit, we can spend a session like this again if you like. You know, I'm not trying to, but I'm just saying to stop the seeking. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? In the
Okay.
story anyway, right? Stop the seeking, stop going to meetings, because it's just it's just insanity. It's just
Yeah.
insanity
Yeah.
because there's no me, but you'll be reminded of me every time there's a meeting.
Mm.
And then if you look at the people that goes to those meetings, they're professional seekers now.
Mm.
You look at William and Joey and everybody, right?
I know them, and I'm also a professional seeker, I would say,
Yeah,
in a
like
way, have
yeah,
been,
it's over.
which is
Your
a
gig, your
story.
scam is up, man. I caught you.
Mm.
And that's why it's like, it's like this, almost like you're addicted to it. It's like you're in a cult.
Of course, very
Yeah,
much, very much.
yeah. It's like a cult, right? That you keep on going and
Totally.
going and going and going and going. Um, I called out William, and he stopped attending my meetings because I called him out completely,
Mm.
and he got scared. Right? He's like, "Oh shoot, you know what? That's my whole identity."
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the seeker wants to be spotlighted. You know what I'm saying? There's characters that want to be spotlighted as a seeker,
Mm.
and they become just basically like
Mm.
cult members of
Mm.
something, and they'll defend it. They'll defend it.
Mm.
If somebody
Mm.
basically this character is like a rebel, is a mole. Because if you look at it, it's a really small community, right? But the people keep on coming back over and over and over again,
Mm.
and it's
Some
okay. It's
of
just
them, yeah, some of
yeah,
them.
some of them, yeah. There's joy here when somebody says that I'm not subscribing anymore, Emerson. I've stopped my seeking. I'm like, yes. If you listen to my
Mm.
last talk, Gunvor was basically saying goodbye. Okay, she can't listen anymore. I'm like, good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's if there was a cruel character here, I'll keep you seeking. But there's a kind character here, a compassionate character
Mm.
that wants this madness to be over, right? Because um I that's what I did as a teacher. I kept the people from, from liberation by
Mm.
pretending to know more,
Mm.
pretending to, even when there is or It's just a story. Even when there is a seeing that there's no one here, because it's just a thought, I don't declare over and over again that there's no one here, because it becomes an idea that
Oh
there's no
yeah.
one here. Yeah. It becomes a special character. I wanted to be completely transparent. That's why I released the one-on-ones. They don't do it because, you know, it's repeating, repetitious, saying there's nothing to get. There's nothing to get. That just becomes another dogma. There's no one here. There's no one here. Becomes a very, it's almost like it's like a it's indoctrination. Then you start to think that there's no one here. There's no one here, which is just a thought, by the way.
Oh, I thought this all the time.
Yeah.
I heard it all the time, thought
Yeah.
it all the time.
Yeah. And I was even repeating it to my friends and just, you know, to people. And they're like, are you insane?
It's like a
It's obvious.
mantra.
It's like a mantra.
We're
Yeah.
repeating
Yeah.
all the time, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Over and over and over again, nonstop, right? Like, you know, like I would wake up and I'll be like, there's no one here. There's no one here. I'm like, oh, damn it. Emerson's back again. And then
yeah,
for quite a while, I believed that I had a contracted energy. What's that even? It's just making something that's illusory
yeah,
real.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then you believe
That's
now that you
true.
have a contracted energy. So you keep on hoping that you get blessed by the grace of the speaker, that you'll be relieved of your contracted energy. So no one will give you nothing, but it will give you, you know, no contracted energy anymore. But the contracted energy that everybody's talking about is just a sensation. It's a feeling that people put words to. Even saying it feeling or sensation is just a thought. There's just
Yeah.
this, there's this,
It,
sorry, go ahead.
it's actually nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
It's
That's saying
empty
too much. It's empty, yeah.
without empty,
Yeah. Without
without
empty,
words. It's
without
just
words, yeah.
direct. It's just direct.
It's direct, yeah. And it becomes almost like a cult mentality now, because for it, I started talking about this because you know, there's someone shared my video to a group of people that was more spiritual, and they started coming to my meetings. I have another meeting, and they started doing one-on-ones, and they were talking about, I just really need to find my true nature, Emerson.
Oh gosh.
That's the same thing as contracted energy.
True nature.
Yeah,
Oh,
true nature. Or I need to find my higher self. I need to be
I,
aware of awareness. All of that is just, it's just
I,
all made up.
I have been in this ideas also. I've been looking for my true nature. I've been
Yeah.
looking for my true self, for
Yeah.
awareness, for nothing, for
And then you
the
switched
end.
into nothing. There's no me and
Yeah,
everything, which is the same thing. It's like going to another prison system, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Then now, instead of going to Sangha and having satsangs, you go to meetings with speakers. That's supposed to be not a speaker. That's not supposed to be no one there. It's just another word for enlightened. But the enlightenment of it
Yeah,
is to see that everything is already enlightened. Just your thought about it is not. Not you, it's impersonal. Everything is already.
yeah.
It's like going back, being
It's
to a
all.
child. Like, you know, when you're a child, when you're happy riding a bike or playing and everything, you're carefree. You know, you're not going to tell a child that there's still a contracted energy there, right? It's thought, it's learned. So anything that's learned, anything that's knowledge, anything that's passed on by any guru or speaker or whatever is knowledge. And this has nothing to do with knowledge.
It's knowledge and
Yeah.
prison in a way.
It's prison, yeah.
But
So
it's
this
another story. It's not real prison. Just imagine prison.
it is.
Like
It is.
suffering.
It is suffering, right? Like imagine going to a meeting, you know, I don't know how many meetings do you go to in a week. There's four, five 6 different speakers that speaks about this.
Yeah,
You probably go to everyone, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
For how
always
long?
in the meetings, there's always this comfort, sense of comfort and
Of
freedom.
course. Yeah.
But freedom that,
and
yeah,
that's the allure. That's the
yeah,
allure,
yeah,
right? That's the
yeah,
allure. But after the
yeah,
meeting, there's suffering. So is it worth it?
yeah. No, but
Yeah,
it's an addiction.
it is. It is.
So I still can't really comprehend it. So
It's
what's
not
the
about
difference?
comprehending it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the difference between this here and the addictive meeting
This one
attending?
is sobriety.
Okay.
This is not
There, there, there,
intoxication.
there's
That's the
fear
difference.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, the addiction doesn't want
Yeah.
sobriety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very much. I feel a little bit agitated.
Of
I
course, because you're
I
looking
need,
for that fix of
yeah, a
of that
fix.
comfort. Yeah. Somebody talking, the same thing over and over and over again. It's almost like hypnotism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really like I need this. I need this.
Yeah.
I need my next shot.
You need your
Next.
next shot. Yeah. And then you become a professional seeker. Like, I don't know if
Oh yeah.
you've watched my Herloff one, right? I
I think.
basically I basically went hardcore with Herloff because Herloff was thinking he was like an elite seeker because he goes to all the meetings, so it becomes an identity. You've gone to all of the
Oh, totally.
yeah,
Completely.
yeah.
It's.
And then the next step is you're going to basically spend all your money going to the retreats.
I did. I did. This year I spent about 10,000 euros
Oh my
for
goodness.
for retreats and satsang, but also therapy.
Yeah. Well, this is the end of that spending because
Hmm.
there's nothing to get there, right?
That
You've gone to the retreats and what did you get out of it, to be honest with you? Did you see any me
I
drop
don't
away
know.
there? There you go. No, it's just
It
and
always
then
seemed like there always were these glimpses,
yeah,
the
but what's
glimpses where
that
the we
again?
me was. What's that again?
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
just lures you to more retreats, right?
yeah, yeah. The glimpses kept it going.
Yeah. This is basically calling that out too. That's just another carrot. That's why I don't pay
It
attention
is,
to
yeah,
glimpses. Yeah. I go
yeah,
directly. I don't make it into something kind of like, oh wow, then you're special. No. It's
yeah.
also made
Kenneth
up.
Kenneth also states clearly that glimpses don't mean anything, but
It doesn't
still,
mean anything. Yeah. But you want it to mean something. That's why you keep on going.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's fear to lose the clarity again.
That's just another thought. Who
It's
cares?
just a thought.
It's just a thought.
Who
Yeah. Even
cares?
clarity is just a thought. When I say clarity, is the clarity in the
Yeah,
absence of thoughts, right? It's like
yeah. What?
it's always there. It can never leave. When you have a
Oh
thought that you're
yeah.
not clear anymore, you just call me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I have people that I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. Um,
Ah, okay.
I'm proud, and this is humble brag, right? I'm proud to over probably about 200 people that got clear, that are no longer
Mm,
seeking. Yeah.
nice.
Really proud. Yeah.
Was
And they still
Casey
talk to
also?
me. What's that?
Oh, nice. Was
Yeah.
Casey all what also one of
Yeah. There's
from
many. Yeah.
came from you?
Casey, Ere, a
Yeah, I
lot of
know them.
different people. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them don't speak. You'll never hear of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but I don't really want to claim it, to be honest with you.
yeah,
Basically, I'm just the one that said, hey, stop it. It's over. That's all I'm saying. And I'll say some poetry
yeah.
because I love talking about this. It's just the immediacy of this. There's just this ephemeral isness that cannot be talked about. That's what I talk about. And I love doing poetry in the beginning,
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
always say it's already the case.
It's art in a way.
It is because you know what? There's really you can't really talk about this, but
Yeah.
there's sincerity here that I can't talk about it. What
Yeah.
happens when there is a speaker that gets convinced now that they're right? And it's very subtle, right? They don't even notice it. They're back into
Yeah.
thoughts about this. And then they have thoughts about others. And then the me basically calls out, there's still a me there. You know, what's that even mean? So it becomes a gatekeeping. So the meetings
Mm.
are, although it gives comfort, it's also a gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also authoritarian. There's an authority figure there that seems to know and you don't know.
For the seeker, there is.
Yeah. Yeah.
The speakers claim to be no authority,
Yeah.
but
That's right. But no authority is
yeah,
another authority.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Again, it's just playing in words, right? Because if they start doing this will basically reduce the population of seekers. This is reducing the population. This is a threat to radical non-duality what I'm doing. Because it's calling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calling out all the retreats. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if you come to the retreat, the energy is stronger.
Yeah.
Then you spend a couple of thousands of dollars going to the retreats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
I
okay
did.
too. You did, yeah. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're broke, you know what I'm saying? And then there's gatekeeping too. If you're broke, you can't come to the meetings anymore.
Mm.
And then you've dedicated your life, you know what I'm saying, seeking. And rather than
Oh
enjoying,
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're in a
Really
cult.
did.
I just got you
Seeking
out.
was
Yeah, you're
seeking
in a
was
cult.
everything.
Yeah, you're in a cult basically, just to be blunt,
Yeah.
right? And you're still thinking that you still have Stockholm syndrome because you wanted to go to that Kenneth meeting, which is basically just, yeah,
It's true, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
And all the satsangs.
yeah, all the satsangs. Kenneth's a great guy, but but he's almost like in a multi-level marketing called radical non-duality.
Mm.
Someone's at the top and you'll never get to it. Otherwise, there'll be hundreds of speakers already. But they keep on trying to say that's not radical. That's not radical. It's always, it's always trying to put down somebody. But if there's really no one
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
why
that's true.
put all the people down?
They're on the top.
They're on the top, yeah.
There
But
are hardly people that speak like them.
yeah, and if you go to the other side, like awareness and everything, they're also at the
Mm.
top.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
also
of
put
course.
down radical non-duality. Yeah,
Of course. It's
it's a circus.
huge business, huge
It
circus.
is. It
Yeah,
is. Yeah, it is.
it's
It
it's really
is.
matrix.
It is. Yeah. It's when I do this one-on-ones, it's basically the end of this. Um,
I feel it.
enjoy.
I
You
feel it.
feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Because I'm not gonna say,
Uh,
well, now Sebastian, you have to attend every week with me for the next 2 years. No, that's just bullshit, right? We can be friends. You can call me. You can book another one if you like later, not right away. I just wanted to end it right here, right?
okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But if you need help because she's still going through depression, just call me, right? We'll talk. We'll talk. I get busy
yeah.
sometimes, so
Thanks.
just text me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
of
saying?
course. Yeah.
Text me first. And I know it's tough. This is going to be tough. Um, but toughness is also it. It's just a thought.
What stuff?
Even when it gets tough and rough, right?
Okay.
Because you're going to be
Yeah.
craving that addiction of seeking. The moment
Mm.
that you start going back into the meetings, you're trapped in it again. And you know it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think so?
Yeah.
I already registered for a Sylvester retreat. No, I did not register. I
Oh
just
no.
requested
Oh no.
requested
I'm just being honest with
Sylvester
you.
retreat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
For Richard
you,
Sylvester?
sorry,
For Richard Sylvester? Oh,
retreat
request.
for Sylvester. Yeah.
Oh, for Richard. IC is
for
great.
retreat.
Yeah. But again, you'll be in the same room with people that are seeking, that thinks
Yeah,
that there's
yeah.
a me to drop. So you're back in a cult again.
They're
Right?
more, it's more the awareness direction, this
Yeah.
retreat, but it's seeking, it's the same.
It's the
So
same thing. Yeah. So this will
it's,
just, this is going back to the prison again if you start going again, right?
you
I'll
think
send you.
so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'll send you, did I send you the 5-day one?
Um, n- Not yet, I think.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Again,
Hmm.
it's not about, because you still will have a little bit of an addiction. At least the video that I'm sending in, it's just an exhaustion of the seeker, that there's nothing to
Hmm.
get, that there's no me, and it just goes through. It basically goes through. I'll even make a playlist for you about words and everything, because I have some good videos just about words.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that
Yeah.
one.
Well, really, if I don't go to satsangs anymore, I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna send you videos. I'm gonna send you videos. That 5 days worth.
The-
Yeah,
You know how much time I spent for seeking
I
and visiting
know.
satsang. It's my whole life.
Yeah, yeah. This is to be
What
free
shall I
from that.
do?
This is to be
What shall
free
I
from
do?
that. Walk around, play guitar. I don't know, find new music. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life.
It's also community for me.
Yeah.
It's community,
But the community is full of people that are sick of seeking.
sick
It's
of
like
seeking.
it's like an illness. Seeking is like an illness. It's
Yeah,
like a schizophrenia. It's like a psychosis, like a neurosis.
and
And all they talk about is seeking, 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 seeking. They talk shit about the
and
other teachers, and they put other teachers on top, speakers on top.
y-
That's all they
yeah,
do.
and the
Would you really want to go
I'm
back to a psychiatric ward?
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know I also visit satsangs that are not so hardcore seeking. They are more gentle and doing kind of therapy work, being kind with
Maybe that
emotions
works.
and
Yeah,
what
yeah,
comes
yeah.
up.
Yeah, maybe that works. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you feel better in the dream, you know, things. But just be aware
Yeah,
of meetings and satsang that promises you without promising you anything, because it still becomes a trap. Because there's really no me, so why keep on talking about it? If you know what I'm saying. That's all you
yeah,
hear in radical non-duality is, me, 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 me.
yeah, yeah. That's a radical non-duality
Yeah, yeah.
part, but
But the
I
satsangs,
also
it might be okay. You know what I'm saying?
in the
As
satsangs
long
it's
as there's no
really
authority figure, that's basically it. if if
yeah.
if you
So
sense that there's an authority figure, run, right? Because
okay,
that's it. Everything that has any pedestal or hierarchy,
yeah,
it basically, or someone that claims that there's no me here, it's a
yeah,
pedestal. It's a
okay,
pedestal. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. You see it now, right?
okay.
Yeah,
It's a pedestal.
it's a pedestal. Yeah, someone's better than me because there's no one there. And then people will say that, oh, he's so empty. Emerson's
Okay.
words are so empty and clear.
Mm,
Kenneth's words are so empty. So that's a pedestal.
mm,
There's no difference from you and
mm.
I. There's no difference even in the words that we
And,
say, because all words are made up.
and claiming that there's a true nature to find, is that also a
That's
pedestal?
another
I
that's
found
another
true
pedestal.
here.
I found my
I
true nature.
20,
Yeah.
20 years ago I merged with true nature and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we
I'm
are
tapped onto
one
the higher
since
self.
that.
The moment someone opens their mouth and claims something, it's just another hierarchy,
Mm,
right? I
mm,
sincerely say in my meetings that I have no idea what I'm talking about. But
mm,
there's sincerity here that it's already the case, because it has nothing to do with words. It has nothing to do with knowledge. It has nothing to do, it's not passed on to me. I sound more radical non-duality because I like those guys. You know what I'm saying? It's it's clearer than the awareness, but it's still muddy. When I started seeing, I'm like, okay, it's another trap, right? It's another trap, because I was wondering, I was hosting all of their online retreats, 3 years ago. And I'm like, how come no one really sees through this? How come the same people keep on coming back for the past year? Not one or two people breaks out from it. So I started talking in the breakout room in the middle. And then people started saying, hey, you should speak. And then people started, doing one-on-ones with me for free. No problem. You know what I'm saying? Until all of a sudden, I ended up taking a break from my job, because there's a love for passion for getting people out of jail. And and then I think about a year ago, I realized that I have to start charging money, because I was living below poverty level. My income was like less
Yeah.
than
I heard you say that in a
yeah,
meeting, I think.
yeah. It was less than $5,000, for a year. Which is but again, it's not to make money and everything, but just to be
Okay.
sustainable. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. And I love doing this, and I love going to monasteries and setting some monks free.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So monks are probably one of the most depressed population.
Really?
Yeah, because they're thinking that, I've spent 20
Which monks?
years.
Buddhism or what?
Buddhist, yeah. Buddhist
Buddhist.
monks. Yeah. So I go to the monk monastery here in Canada every other week and do my
Yeah.
talks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that for free. I do that for free.
Oh,
Yeah. I love it. I
it's
love it.
like
Yeah. And
addiction.
I don't do a lot of retreats, maybe once a year, twice a year, but not like every month and everything. Because I don't want people to think, I do love meeting people in person and everything. And it's more unhinged, because I just tell them, stop this seeking. It's ridiculous, because the clarity is so simple, without thoughts, without words, without any ideas what it is. It's already clear. If you look at how beautiful, if you go to some countries in the Philippines, where I'm from, when there's no dogma, when there's no religion, when there's no spirituality, how happy people are, even if they're living in poverty. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, right? It's you see, or tribes that have never heard of, of religion, or any tribe that's not been indoctrinated by the idea that there's something missing. I hung out with some kids, what I'm saying, that dove for money, coins in the ocean. They didn't have anything, but they were happier than any spiritual seeker out there, or even happier than any speakers. Because how come if there's no me, there's still some speakers that are grumpy? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And it's just,
Yeah, I
how old
think
are you now, Sebastian?
32.
Time to stop seeking, man.
Yeah, very much.
Man, holy
But,
crow, right? So you were going to say something. I interrupted you.
I guess if seeking does not happen, the suffering happens in another form oftentimes.
Well, that's just a thought again. That's just another
Yeah,
thought. Yeah, that's just another thought.
yeah, of
Every single
course.
thought is irrelevant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
It's just trying to find a new addiction again, right? But what I do is I walk every day for 2 to 3 hours in happiness. I don't have any thoughts really, because I'm not busy looking for anything anymore. I live with my mom and dad because I help my mom out. You've heard my story. But
More or
there's
less.
there's happiness here, because it's no longer seeking. It's not caught up in trying to read books and everything, or trying to keep up with radical non-duality, and not trying to follow a script that everybody's saying over and over again, because it's maintaining a hierarchy. Because if you look at it, like, Tony Parsons will always be the top person, and everybody is just trying to get to that position. It's
Yeah,
like a pyramid marketing.
yeah,
Yeah. So people go to Tony's retreat, and they pay lots of money to go there. But no one ever adds seeking.
yeah.
they just keep on going to the next retreat, and they try the lesser guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like Jim and Kenneth and Andreas.
But still there's the people to also reach the top.
Who?
Yeah, like Jim and Kenneth and
Yeah, but
all
there's
the
only
other
4.
guys, Andreas and some
Yeah, but there's
Rose.
only no Rose. Tony doesn't even mention Rose, and she's lovely. There's only 4 guys. There's only Tony, Jim, Andreas, and Kenneth. That's it.
Tim.
They make fun of Tim all the time because he's too human. But I
Okay.
loved him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
Mm.
this. It's just a. I love it, but it's a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's a hierarchy, and you're at the bottom of it.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. So a cult is like that. There's always going to
Mm.
be top guy in the inner circle. In
Mm.
the inner circle, you know what I'm saying? Well, wishing to get to the top and everything. It's a business.
Mm.
It's a business.
Yeah,
There's
you.
clarity there. There's clarity there, but you know what I'm saying? But it's um there's clarity, but it's because it's stuck now. It's not
Mm.
evolving the communication,
You
so
you
to speak.
think they do it on purpose, or is it just
No, no one has a choice in free will, right? But that's the way that it's playing. They don't see that it's still stuck in a thought, a level. They know teaching is still a thought level teaching because it makes claims of there's no one here. Contracted
mm.
energy. So it has
Mm.
a lot of mantras now in it. It was
Mm.
fresh 20 years ago, but after 20 years, it becomes
Mm.
stagnant, it becomes stale, it becomes stuck.
Mm. Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's also
you
what it is.
but the words coming from Emerson are in a way fresher.
No, it's just this is
No.
also just words. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But there's
Okay.
sincerity here with the words saying that this is
Yeah.
also bullshit. You know,
Mm.
but everything
Yeah,
else is
that's
bullshit as well. It doesn't claim
okay.
that this is better bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I'm telling you, like, just be friends. Don't look at me as a speaker because speaker
Yeah,
is just a
yeah.
bullshit
Thanks.
status and seeker is a bullshit status. It becomes an individual claim of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somehow when a speaker is now better than a teacher. So when you mention a teacher's name, there'll be like,
Mm.
they're still teaching, but no teaching is also a teaching because it's a
Yeah,
set
yeah, of
of
course.
principles. Yeah. So it's
Of
just
course,
clarity
yeah.
through that. Again, you know what? I love those guys, you know what I'm saying? But there's just clarity. Clarity without words. Clarity without
Okay.
dogma. Clarity without radical non-duality. Clarity without the repetition of something over and over again. Because that's insanity. When clarity is being disguised as a whole bunch of words, like nothing is
Yeah.
everything. There's contracted
Yeah.
energy. It's just repetition, and it's almost like in a cult. It's cult speak because if you go to a village in Panama or something, you know what I'm saying, in the Amazon forest, they'll laugh at you if they're saying that there's still a me here or there's a contracted energy. If you
Yeah,
see the
of course.
freedom, if you see the freedom in a lot of tribes, I read this book
Mm.
and it's beautiful. It's
Mm.
the absence of words as meanings.
Mm.
Their language is
Yeah.
constructed in a way that is just very direct. It just gets more complicated when you say that there's still a me there or there is, it's just a layer of delusion
Mm.
because now you have to think that you have to get rid of the me or there's something wrong with
Yeah,
me.
of course, yes.
Yeah. And usually
Yeah.
coming to these meetings in the beginning is quite frustrating. But when you think you understand, it becomes comforting.
Mm.
But the comfort becomes the trap because you always have
Mm.
to be at a meeting now. You have to be
Yeah.
comforted by words. Words will
And
not comfort you.
and would you say the awareness guys
Are
are
the
they
same.
different? Like Muji, it's the
They're the
same, isn't
same.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Muji. I went to some what's up. It's called the Sahaja in
Yeah,
Portugal.
yeah.
I gave him
Montserrat.
like 20 grand.
Mm.
When I got there, I knew it was all it was a sham. It was a pageantry, and I regretted it
What's
right
that?
away.
What's the
You know, someone
pageantry?
is pageantry. Someone's on a pedestal. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Someone's on a
Mm.
pedestal.
Mm.
There's this inner circle again. If you notice, you know what I'm saying? All of his
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that start
yeah,
speaking like him. But there's a leader.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And everybody's worshiping him. You know what I'm saying? Kind of
Okay,
like, and it's the same thing with Tony. Tony is the no guru,
yeah,
right? Everybody worships Tony as if someone special, even if he'll say
yeah,
there's no one special here, right? So it's just another structure.
yeah.
So this is basically uprooting all of those structures and seeing the wildness and the freedom without anyone's permission, without anyone's
And
validation. Yeah.
what would you say about circles or communities where they just are present with what arises and more in a harshful way?
I don't know really, to be honest with you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If it feels good.
Isaac Shapiro, you know Isaac Shapiro?
Oh, that's another one. So it's just coming from a passed on knowledge from a guru, from Ramana or something, right? Another one.
Papaji, yeah.
Papaji, yeah, which is from
Come,
Ramana, basically. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But he's not so much talking the puppet. He's talking different.
Yeah.
He's
Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is get rid of anybody that
okay.
that
Yeah,
including this speaker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
let's just be friends, have friends. You know what I'm saying? But
Friends.
don't look for
He
someone higher, because no
he
one's
is a
got.
friend. He's very like a friend to the people who meet
Yeah,
in a way.
I met him before too. But he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, he is. But I'm too.
You
I'm
are too.
too.
Again, that's another belief system. It's just a
Yeah, it
thought.
is. It's
It's just
true.
a
Yeah.
thought. So
Yeah, it's true.
anything that just fires up your thoughts to more thoughts. This meeting basically is to look at all thoughts as irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no more. So that's another intoxication there, right? There's nothing wrong or right about that, but going to a friend that has a lot of conspiracy theory, it's just another
Yeah.
intoxication. Yeah,
It's true. Yeah.
yeah.
But the intoxication has happened before already.
But that's okay. I'm saying this is a fresh start,
Yeah.
with no one to
Yeah.
hold on to. Yeah,
I'm like totally blank. There's
you're
so
blank.
much
Yeah,
space now, so much space now.
there is, and
Like,
and you're
like,
looking to fill it in again, right? Um,
yeah,
and
what
that's
am I going to do? But it
yeah. Well,
will
if you have to
happen.
message me every day, do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And if you you know what, and if you really need to book again, book again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what you need, but the end goal here is to stop you from seeking completely.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't even imagine how that
That's freedom. That's
will
freedom.
work.
I don't seek anymore, and I see how
Yeah.
happy this character is, right?
You just do what brings you joy, what creates joy,
Yeah,
or what's
I
your
DJ, I play the
okay?
piano, I play with my nieces and nephew. I have good friends again. I go
Yeah.
dancing. I'm not an
Yeah.
alcoholic anymore, so it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If I drink one or two beers, it's okay.
Okay.
And I have fun. And the people that used to come to my meetings, all we do is go out and eat now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
freedom,
mentioned it. I heard you mention it several times
freedom. Yeah,
already.
tonight we're going out again. Freedom. That's
Freedom.
freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
freedom without
freedom.
and anyone's permission for you to be free, or anyone's idea of how freedom is. It's just freedom.
Freedom without words.
Freedom without words, and just this normal conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
No performative here. There's no performance here whatsoever.
The seeker here in me, or just a story that the seeker in me
The
is
seeker wants to be
crying.
fed, yeah, but this
He's
is not
he's
being fed.
crying. He's trying out, drowning. Seeker and is drowning. in the
Okay.
story.
Well,
Just
you
the
know what?
story.
In a couple of days, I'll give you a free one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? We'll just talk again on me
You sure?
as a friend. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'll
Cool.
send you a
Thank you.
Zoom. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I think you still need a friend right now, to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Accept it. It's okay.
Ch- yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. And yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll just send you a link, maybe 2029, maybe the 30th or something, Saturday or Friday.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Ooh,
Yes.
actually, I'm not sure what there will be, but we can see.
Okay. We'll just communicate, you know what I'm saying? And just
Yeah.
you're free already. Stop going back to prison,
Free
right?
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's happening. I can't put it in words. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's freedom. Walk
Yeah.
around, you know what I'm saying? Freedom. It's like you've been in a cave for so long, right? Now that you see
Yeah.
the sunlight, you're
Totally. Yeah.
afraid. You want to go back into the comfort of the drawing of fire on the wall when
It's
there's
true.
burning sun
It's true.
outside. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's just Stockholm syndrome.
I know. I know. But message me. I gotta go. Love you, my brother.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Thank you too. Thanks a
that's what
lot,
we are. We're just
Emerson.
brothers. You know what I'm saying? We're just bros. We're friends.
Yeah.
You're free already. Yeah.
I love you, bro.
I love you too. Okay. Just message me and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.